Paleo Pines Any Speedrun has been pretty static ever since its conception, and overall, ever since the launch of the game, it remained almost exactly the same. On the 21st of December though, thanks to the 1.2.28 patch, the Any run is getting turned on its head. This is going to contain spoilers, so watch at your own peril. The main attraction of the update was the introduction of the Seasoned Rancher Start, a special option that you can choose when you begin a new game once you've progressed enough in a different file. The option starts you all the way in day 5, skipping all of the tutorials. It also gives you a whole bunch of shells, and you get a fancy albino gallimimus. You're also given a whole bunch of nifty items and a whole bunch of resources to get you started. Okay, but how does this affect the speedrun? Let's go through exactly what we're given and exactly what changes. The change that affects the run the most is that you start on day 5, and you skip every single tutorial. This basically sets you to around 20 to 30 minutes into the speedrun if you started from the very beginning. Instead of spending time doing tutorials and getting and releasing the Gallimimus, instead we would pretty much head straight to the Styracosaurus. The next major change is that we're given 2,000 shells to start with. This is pretty much the entire amount of money that we would usually need to go through the entire speedrun. With this, instead of spending an additional however long farming resources to sell in order to buy food or poppins, now we can buy whatever we need almost immediately. This also means that we can purchase fibre from Orani and get rope faster rather than spending too much time with our fibre dino to farm it. A lesser, but still important change is that you're given a Gallimimus that's already a helper. While we don't actually need a galley, if we're able to keep it relatively satisfied so it doesn't stop being a helper, it means that now we have a suitable mount to use during the final questline. We're still weighing the pros and the cons of keeping it, but so far it's looking like a yes. Another change related to the galley is that the pen that it shares with Lucky becomes a valley biome by default. This means that we don't need to spend the time gathering any additional resources with Lucky at the start, and we can make sure that the Styraco is happy from the get-go. This means we'll be able to make the Styracosaurus a helper even faster. Similar to the other two, this one's also pen related. You're given 50 fences, 3 gates and 2 troughs. This basically means that we don't need to spend money on buying gates, and we can build the second and third dino's pen immediately, as well as extending Lucky's pen to accommodate the Styracosaurus. That's a lot of time and money saved. The final change that affects the speedrun is that you're given a whole lot of items. The most important ones is that you're given a whole plot of farmland full of carrots. This makes getting treats for juicy and crunchy inclined dinos a breeze. But it also means that there won't be any Colin RNG anymore. Bye Colin! As for the rest of the items that you're given, I'll just list them on the screen, but they can almost all be sold for shells that we can use to buy poppins and fibre. The rest of the changes don't really affect a whole lot of the speedrun. Lucky is automatically level 4, and while that's really great, Lucky would usually be around that during the old route anyway. And that's all for how the Seasoned Rancher Start changes the Any speedrun. We would love more people involved in the Paleo Pines speedrun community. So far, it's just me. If you want to know more, then head over to the paleopinespeedrun.com page, comment below, or you can just @ me on the Paleo Pines official Discord. If you want to give me some support, I would really appreciate a like if you liked the video. And if you really enjoy my content, then please consider subscribing. Thank you!